There. Okay, I oftentimes like to, in lieu of meeting in person, just send a quick video so I can show you what's available for the book or with the book. I went into your instructor resource account. It's fully functional now. This book automatically comes with an access code for MindTap. So whether or not you use MindTap in your course, which some instructors require this for that course, others don't. But I want to give you an example of what it looks like and all that because at the very least, you want to set up a course so that your students have access to it. So I actually went in and just created a course. It self-populates or it's already populated, so you can actually just create a course and walk through the steps to do so. And then students get in using the registration instructions or the URL right here. You can also integrate this into Blackboard, which is what some instructors Cal Poly do with MindTap. Again, it gives students not only the opportunity to activate their code, but because the ebook is built within it, they can actually access MindTap on its own for less than even the book. And then we also have a subscription program, which I'm not sure if you're familiar with, but we sell thousands of subscriptions. So it's unlimited Cengage access to all Cengage courses for one price. So students might ask you for a course key, and that's because they want to include your course in their subscription. At any rate, I have created a demo course for you. This is what MindTap looks like. It looks the same way for students, except for that everything you see, you have the ability to customize. And I will show you that in a second. So we arrange everything into parts. And then if I expand a part, I have my chapters. If I go into any given chapter, I'm going to see a uniform look. So students know exactly what to expect in each chapter. The first is a chapter ebook. Like I said, students can access MindTap on its own without the book because the ebook is within it. So for students that like the digital experience or those that are, have a subscription, they have this option. If I go into my ebook, I can actually hover over key terms. It's interactive, but I can also take notes and highlights, color coordinated ones. I can add notes. They automatically save on the page, and then they save in the study hub over here where students can create study guides based upon their notes and highlights. I can change font sizes, bookmark pages, which are also stored here, and then print pages of the ebook. I can also have the ebook read to me by clicking my read speaker here, and I can manipulate that, the speed or the change in voice right here. The ebook's actually customizable. If an instructor clicks my edit mode, I can actually edit content and insert it right within the ebook. So a lot of instructors will do that, so they're making sure that students are at least getting into the book because so often we know that they're not really reading. So we have the chapter ebook right here. The organization of the ebook is that such that the chapters are directed towards right in. So if I click on chapter 3, it's going to take me right to the ebook. The full ebook is right here, where students can actually search by page number, key term, concept, etc. So there's two options for the ebook. This is actually also available from the MindTap app on students' phone, so they can have access to everything. Then we have a chapter assignment, which again, everything that you see is customizable, and I'm going to show you that in a second, including the point value, whether or not it's count towards grade or practice. You can limit the number of attempts. You can put a time limit on anything, etc. Again, this is just a quick overview. If you want to use MindTap in the course, we have lots of different types of training, including I can come in person and walk you through everything. So then we have a study tools folder, and if I expand that, I have my flashcards, a media quiz, which is, as it sounds, it's a video and then a quiz afterward, and then a practice quiz. And then we have the chapter videos, and these are the videos that are referred to within the book, or some of the cases that are within the book. So again, very uniform look to each chapter so students know what to expect. If I want to edit now, I can turn my edit tab on. This is where I can hide anything. I can reorder chapters. Anything I see, I can edit. So I might say edit here. I can change the description. This is where I'll add an available and a due date. So students, if I put an available date, they won't be able to get into it until that date passes. I can reorder things. And then the options is where I would change point value. I might switch it to practice if I want practice mode instead. I can limit attempts, etc. I also have the ability to add and create activities. So I can add at any level here. I can pull from my own Google Drive if it's something of my own. So it can kind of act as a learning management system like Blackboard if you wanted to use it in that way. But I can add, all the test banks are built within this, so I can actually create tests and I can add those within here. I can add a YouTube video, lots of great tools I can customize and put right into the learning path. As I create assignment due dates, students could click on the calendar view here, and then in any given week, they would see what is available and what is due, so they could click right into that in that way. I'm gonna click my edit off, and again, students will see the same thing here, except they'll see, they won't see obviously the average score, they'll see their points and when it's due, etc. On the right side of the page, we have what we call MindTap apps. And like I had mentioned, MindTap is accessible from a student's iPhone or mobile device. So they can access a lot of the study tools, the ebook, etc. But students can take notes and highlights within MindTap that flow into Evernote. There's a link for RSS feeds. We have a glossary. Some of these students don't have, like Applia. This is a homework engine. So if I wanted to add more homework into the system, I could do that. There is a school portfolio, so students actually have access to this outside of class or after the class is over, where they can begin to build a portfolio. That study guide I told you about, the Read Speaker, and that's another homework app. And then flashcards. Students can click on flashcards. These are actually the number one supplement that students access from their phones. But they can flip cards, they can hide cards, create cards, shuffle, etc., and they can be printed as well. And then we have the Progress app where you can actually, it's a grade book. So you can actually pull all different kinds of analytics. You'll be able to see how much time students are spending on the items, engagement levels, the average engagement level. You can also click on the assignments and see where students are struggling as a class. And again, all integratable into Blackboard, including a grade return. So you can actually link the individual assignments into the modules in Blackboard. So at any rate, I just wanted to show you what MindTap looks like. At the very least, if you don't implement this in your course, we can, sometimes with some instructors, I will actually turn everything into practice mode and just send instructors the student instructions, so that, because you will have students ask you for the course key because they do have Cengage subscriptions. So we have thousands of students every semester buying subscriptions to Cengage now, so it's unlimited. Another thing I mentioned in I know you're teaching the org behavior class as well. I did load, I don't know if you are familiar with this series, is why you're going with this book. I think it is the only book, there might be a couple other ones used at Cal Poly for that course, but we also have one for the org behavior course, and I have loaded it for you here. So if you want to take a look at it, this one also comes with MindTap. It's also the same price point, etc. I don't know if I don't think students take those two classes at the same time, but if they did, they could get both classes in that subscription. But I created a demo for you right here, so you can go ahead and go in and take a look. Look at the table of contents if you want a hard copy of this book or any others. We also have Griffin for org behavior. But anyway, let me know what questions you have and how I can help. You can toggle between books right here. Or you can just go to the Manage Courses tab and you can see both MindTaps just right on this page here. You can click into them right there. So again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, have a great weekend, and I look forward to talking with you soon or meeting in person. Thanks so much.